All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Grand Blue, Season 1, Episode 7. All right, we got ourselves into the water.
We did indeed.
And Iori really had a good time.
Yep.
So did Aina. And
Chisa.
Yeah. Chisa got to see Iori having a good time.
Right.
And thus, now
it's progress. However, of course, as always, we would expect nothing less. Iori promptly ruined it by saying that just like her sister, she's got a nice ass.
A spectacular ass. Mm-hmm. Ah, yes, truly. This Chad
he wasn't even drunk.
Of lads.
Like he wasn't even drunk.
At this point, he's permanently brain damaged due to that much alcohol going through him.
The fact that he thought that was a good thing to say,
Hey, it would have been slightly better if he didn't compare her to her sister.
Yeah.
Like 2% better,
But here we are, another episode, another crazy set of adventures.
Another drink.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. We have ourselves put into a situation now where the cast seems to be more or less solidifying. Mm-hmm. We are through the halfway point in this first cour, and now what kind of leads into the latter half of this show will probably be, in this episode. Are we going to focus a little bit more on the school angle? Are we going to focus more on the diving angle? Are we going to focus on the romance relationship angle? Mm-hmm. Or are we just going to drink it up?
Kampai.
Yes, kampai.
Who knows? Who knows?
But yeah, without further ado, y'all, let's get into it.
A drink. Such a lie.
Wait. Yeah.
If you and Chisa are actually dating. These faces. That was oh my god.
Yes.
The Morse code.
Yeah. Haven't you ever been in that situation with you or I before where it's telepathy, brother! Right. Activate!
Usually not because people were jealous that I was living with my two hot cousins, but
right. But that situation is so relatable. Where you're
living with two hot cousins.
No, with the telepathy, damn it! trying to figure out a way, basically, to tell your friends, help me.
Yep.
And then either they do the typical friend scumbag thing of just deal with it, and then, or they do the smooth segue of yo, guys, there's this really cool place to drink over here. We should go to. I heard there are lots of hot babes there or something.
Have you ever actually had that happen?
Not this literal one. I'm trying to translate it into this situation.
Yeah. For me, usually when it happens, with you at least, we'll be playing a game or something, and it's one of those guess what the other person's thinking games, and it's all right, really convoluted set of hints. Read my mind.
Right, code names.
Yeah.
And I'm all right, yada, or Mada 5 or something.
Right.
And you're just oh.
Azusa? It's Azusa, isn't it? Yeah.
A hat?
Wait.
What?
What?
Is it a suppository? What is up with this guy? Oh my god.
Are you sure?
Wow. Yeah,
she's a legend.
Yeah, she is a legend. She's best girl. Oh, now it's all becoming clear.
Ah.
He's cross-dressing, yeah.
Wow.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, these guys.
Makeup exam.
Haha, yes, yes. Come by. Of course.
Well, hate to break it to you, but that's not gonna work out.
Yep. Yes.
I'm sure that's how it will go. What did he do?
I had no idea. Ah! They tried to strip him? Yeah, I understand. Yep.
Did he ever actually coordinate with Chisa for her to not be here?
Nope. I don't think so at all. Yep.
Yes! Yes! You're not getting away so easily. Well, look at him.
Look at Oh, man. Did you hear Ida's little...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wordless communication. Indeed.
Naturally.
These are the best of bros. Aww. Look at Ida. Look at Ida's smug face there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm loving Ida more and more every moment we get with her. Alright, it's the beginning of the game. Oh my god! He actually returned it. Ah! He dented the chain link fence!
Alright.
With a tennis ball!
Yep. I'm sensing some sabotage.
Okay. Yeah.
Spiked?
Yeah. Whoa! What is that then? Oh. Well, crap. Just by themselves, yeah. We need to get some oolong tea.
They're gonna sabotage the other team.
Oh my god.
Wow.
They're poses! They're poses!
Nanaka's doing. Yeah,
Ara! What are those black outlines? Oh, wait, those are the jerseys. Never mind.
Although losing your cool in a tennis match probably isn't the best thing.
Or maybe it's more that she's just gonna get competitive now.
Right.
She's helping her boys out. Yeah, yeah. Oh, is this a 1v2 basically?
Might be.
Oh, cool. Oh my god!
Yeah, Saw that coming.
Going all Azula there. I'm willing to bet a childhood injury has weakened her.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
ボディ狙い直接相手の体をめがけて撃っていく戦術だなるほど
Naruhodo.
The Catgirl picture was very
やり
important.
返したぞナイスボディ
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Which girl is it? Oh my
Oh,
god!
no.
Which girl is it? That's amazing!
Wow.
どうしたんナチさ
Die 30,000 times.
抑えてお前ジャージはこいつは裸がユニフォームみたいな
It is his uniform. Wait, what? He's good?
Okay.
次行きますよ
Savis Aesop. Oh. What?
Some God of Tennis stuff.
Yeah!
ああヒサちゃんのスカートめくった時かお前水泳以外なら任せとけ
Except for swimming.
腰に乗るなよよっしゃ
Ah!
That was just straight up
The
a
attack
Titan.
Titan, yeah.
What was that?
Who would have thunk that the... Wait, what? What is that animation? This is the...
I think he's strictly hitting it on the rim or something.
Well, I'll just tell you, it is actually quite tough to keep the form when you're not used to it. To when you swing it so you don't rotate the racket.
こうなったらも
I'm going all out.
Strip completely.
Oh,
う
brilliant.
しかない
Oh, wait, no.
死ね
Did that even hit the
なんだ今の
ground?
掛け声はノーバンでフェンスに当たってるだろ
Yeah.
ダブレ避けるなひょうもな
He's just trying to hit them and take them out of commission.
まさか
Nice.
Oh, to save the camera!
And because of that,
Amazing!
it was a bad point.
Yes!
潔く負けこの下手くそやつかカメラのどっちかくらいや本当にあんなの相手にする必要あったのかどうなりゃ何でもいいお前得意の卑劣な手でうまくやれどんな手でもいいのかもちろんだ
Oh.
You got a KO, all right.
命中
What was that? He's intimidating them?
Yeah, I guess.
今日の事故で欠員が出てしまい
Oh, we need to sub in a player. Brilliant.
出番か
I love it. I love it.
Genius. They came back from For Love all the way
お前がどんな手でもいいと言ったんだろうがあの連中に対して
Oh,
ス
man.
マンシップのかけらもない
Nope.
まあ勝てたからよかったんじゃない
で彼女作るにはテニスが一番
Oh.
Ah.
特訓を
That's so shallow.
単純だ
けどいいのそんなに特訓したのにテニサーに入らなくてお疲れ
Oh.
というわけで賞金も手に入れたことだ
Which is going to be spent on. Ah.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get in the boat.
俺たちが見ていた沖縄
Oh,
の
they're
Nice.
listening and watching.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You thought we were diving, but it was I drinking. When was the last time you went to an indoor, full on, like,
Sasage,
private karaoke?
Private
thing?
karaoke? Never.
Never?
Only open mic karaoke at like a bar.
Oh.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go, but then stuff happened and now you can't right now, really.
Yeah. A commercial break. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Our boys, our squad, and then our girls had a pretty good time this episode.
Yep.
I would say in a lot of ways this was probably one of the more wholesome episodes in a lot of ways.
That is a word I never would have expected to hear about Grand Blue.
Particularly within the second half. The first half was, I would say, the lesser of the two skits.
Sure.
You know, it definitely felt like it was fun at parts, you know, with the silliness and stuff. But the new guys that are the friends through school and stuff, I'm not fully sold on them as characters
yet. Me neither. When it comes right down to it, I would much rather have the OG characters that were introduced, like you know, our two thick boys. Like the Joe Bros, I feel like they're hard
more
to
than
beat.
make up for the four of the other guys.
Yeah, and
they're
there's
worth like 2.5 men each, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's only so many times they can get jealous, you know, over Iori for, you know, living with Chisa or, you know, seeing the pictures of Nanako or Nanaka. Nanaka. Yeah.
I think the angle of them being like in this situation where their commentary plays off with each other to where you can kind of expect the line of the first one's response. But once you get into all four of them giving the typical kind of like 1-1-1-1-1 anime response, the third one and the fourth one are usually a complete surprise.
Yes.
You're like, wait, whoa. Like there were a couple times when you know, the one guy was like, we're not that different. It was like, you two. Like,
well, I think that was Imamura actually who said that.
Really?
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Maybe it was.
Yeah. And, you know, it goes to show that there are lasting implications and consequences of Iori's antics because that drew the return fire from Chisa, and he's still dealing with it even now.
Yeah. I gotta say, though, the part when the buddy bumped into Nanaka and took the picture of her, I was just like, oh my god, she is actually the prettiest girl of the crew, like of all of them. Like,
yeah, she's kind of gorgeous.
That is an insane like picture and stuff, and like with the lighting and everything.
Oh yeah,
it's like okay, yeah, she's an angel. That's for sure. But she only has eyes for one.
Exactly. I kind of
she huffs her laundry every day.
I'm kind of hoping that like if that ends up just being a comedic point for Nanaka, then that it gets hammed up even more. Like there's hammed up enough. But there are reservoirs that are still untapped of just how hammed up it could be.
I know, but the subtle stuff has merit too, in that we don't get that much of it. But the points where she's like, "Where are my sweatpants?" and Nanaka just goes, "It's at home."
Right.
It's just one of those things of like, okay. Oh yeah. Because think about Azusa, for instance. Her sexual preferences aren't hammed up in the slightest. Like, not at all.
Yeah, if anything, the most is when she's like, all right, Iori, you and Imamura, right?
But that's her. That's her shipping other two characters. That has nothing to do with her.
Yes.
So there's this kind of this...
she's too awesome for anybody. Like, let's be real.
No, I got you. Totally. Azusa's best girl for sure. But with Nanaka, there's not really any way that she can play off of the interactions that come about with her comedic shtick. So I don't really want it to get too hammed up. I like it when it's subtler and it's just maybe a little thing like happening in the background or something. Kind of like Aina's little smug face that happened.
That was great.
When Chisa was unfortunately having to deal with the
skirt and everything and being embarrassed, and she's just like, yeah.
Which was funny because I wonder if that was like that just felt maybe completely innocent, right? That wasn't her being like, yeah, now you have to be embarrassed now or something like that, because she's not like hard jealous of Chisa,
but
is she?
But I think there's that little bit of healthy competitiveness of just sort of like, you know, like nothing truly vindictive, but just sort of like, you know. Like, it makes me think of it in the part in Konosuba.
That voice, I mean, that face you gave right there, I was like, you just thought of something. Yeah. What was that?
So the part in Konosuba where Kazuma sees the picture of like the guy in the second season, you know, and then he just immediately tears the picture, just like, you know, like makes me jealous. Like that kind of a thing where it's not like she actually hates Chisa's guts or anything.
No, of course
not.
But
there's just something where she's just like, you know, like
because Chisa is a little bit prettier in the stereotypical feminine sense,
and closer to Iori, and Iori definitely seems closer to her.
Right.
So thereby, she has a bit of her ire.
Right.
Cool.
And they form the weirdest unfinished triangle of love dynamics there. In that, you know, Nanaka likes. Chisa. Iori likes Nanaka. Aina likes Iori.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, Iori likes Chisa.
No. Iori likes Nanaka.
Well, I mean, I mean,
He's attracted to her.
definitely.
No. He has not at all been like, I like Chisa.
I think just last episode, even though it was comparing her to Nanaka, he was like, you have a great ass.
I think, if anything, he's basically just being like, you take right after your sister who is more attractive than you by basically saying that.
Okay, but I haven't seen him give too much attention to Nanaka.
I think that's because he's scared silly of actually, like,
because of the whole
going after
yandere aspect over her sister.
or just the fact that she is freaking gorgeous and Iori is kind of a pleb with women.
I mean,
So-
that is definitely true.
So that's that. But then Azusa is just like, let's all just be happy
Let's all
together.
get naked.
Yeah, exactly. And then the Joe Bros behind her are like, yeah,
Definitely.
yes, I am. Clothes vanish.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
the whole idea of their team got drunk, so then they preemptively, instead of trying to sober up their own team,
Get the other team drunk.
get the other team drunk. Brilliant. I love it.
Calls
I-
back to their previous gags of, you know, switching out drinks and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. I am very curious, though, what exactly that fluid was that they imbibed. Because
Yeah.
I'm sure it's something that, like, one, getting people drunk is not something anyone should do. Two, that didn't look like something that would get them drunk. That looked like something that would kill them if too much of it was consumed.
Right.
Like,
hence why they didn't drink that much in,
yeah.
in general. It
Like,
just
the fact that it just
them out.
evaporated, like,
Yeah, it's
okay.
like, it's like 90 above, like 90 proof.
yeah,
or
like
something like
some
that.
kind of, like, wood alcohol or, you
Right,
know, like,
right,
like just
exactly. It's more of a cleaning solution than it is an
Exactly.
actual like, yeah,
beverage in any way.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some really nasty alcohols. that are
Yes.
just at the base level, extremely strong, and also just commercially like cheaply available that can destroy you in like two drinks.
I've heard some stories about homemade rice sake. Like,
Ooh.
that's like,
Yeah, I'm guessing though this was something that was much easier to get though.
probably. Yeah.
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 But okay, so that skit though, tennis match, it's fun.
Yeah.
They weren't able to animate too much of it. It was more, you know, simple and stuff, which is fine. It's a comedy. We
Yeah.
don't need high Q levels of animation and stuff. But I loved how they used wordplay, I think for the first time really in the show in a consistent sense with the
Yes.
nice buddy, nice body. Oh, now it's actually nice body because they're going for the body shots. And then
Right.
the guys up top like, wait, which girl has the nice body? And it's great because in the previous bit, we actually had Aina being like, I'm kind of nervous about like, you know, showing off skin near those girls because they're so much more well, you know, endowed and curvier than me and stuff. But then Chisa as well, who's really annoyed at getting, you know, perved on by all these guys and stuff like that, then gets essentially ignored even though she is in the more revealing outfit because the guys up there don't consider her to be one of the ones with a nice body because they're like, wait, which one?
Yeah. That was one of those things where, like, okay, because Iori does a lot of stupid shit, right?
Yes, totally.
Like, he really does. And he deserves
Baka.
Chisa's hatred, right?
Well, hatred is a strong word. Intense dislike, yeah.
Sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
Chisa did kind of tell him to go die 20,000 times.
Right.
So yeah, that's hatred. That's hatred.
But this is the first time I feel like that Iori didn't actually deserve the negative attention that he
Exactly.
got because it was,
Yeah.
hey, nice buddy. Okay, cool. There we go. Then, you know, misunderstanding from other people, and then it actually turns around and he's like, oh, what's this body shot thing? Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a tactic. All right,
Right.
yeah.
Now, maybe he shouldn't have phrased it like that. Maybe he should have been like, nice body shot or something like that,
Sure.
you know.
But then they would have been bringing out their cameras and been like, "Where's the body shot?" You know.
Yeah. Also, the whole idea of aiming for the camera, that was a good tactic.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let me see if I've got this right. He's basically in a position where if he serves, he can't lose a point here for the first two, right? So he basically then uses it to practice his aim for the guy's head, which then sets him on edge. Then he's got his practice down so that he's able to aim and hit his target pretty well. Then he basically sets him up where he's going to have to respond to this one here if it's a because they would get a point here and then I think they would win, or at the very least they would get another
It would be
point.
an extra advantage, yeah.
Right. I don't know if they would need 5 to win though. I think they need 6
I think
because
it
that's
was-
what the other team had when they what the guys had when they brought in the Joe Bros to win.
Right. I think it is something where it just would have been that extra point that wouldn't have made them win, but you know, advantage.
Oh, maybe it would have made them win because in tennis there are rules based around if you get a certain number of points while the other team has 0.
I don't know enough about tennis to comment on that.
Yeah. But then having it be a thing where he goes after the camera is basically saying, oh, you think you're going to avoid this one? No.
Right.
No, that camera looks like it costs you a lot of money.
And you really want to be able to watch the recordings of us making fools out of ourselves.
I'm going to destroy your camera. Do you see
Right.
what I just did to the chain link fence there? I'm going to force you
Exactly.
to respond in this way, thus not only making us score potentially.
Because he blocks it badly. Yeah, and it wasn't
Right.
even a valid, ball to block. Like,
Oh, totally. It was out
yeah.
of bounds completely.
Totally out of bounds, but there
Yeah.
you go.
I got a little bit confused with the score, though, if anything, because it showed them having 0, even though he blocked it that specific way. So maybe they can't get a point when they're serving.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know enough about tennis.
Yeah. But that was a really funny second skit. It gave us that little bit of fun for kind of the villains, if you will, the antagonists
Right,
of
the
this,
enemy
of this story.
club.
Right.
But we now have something that we're going to be moving into. A trip to Okinawa. A one-day trip, apparently, or one-night trip. Okay,
But
cool,
they have a
awesome.
very specific reason for wanting to go
Right.
there.
There's the whole idea of, yes, the diving spot that, they were looking at and being like, oh, that's so cool, that'd be great to go there. But also, intense drinking.
They're going to split the party so hard.
I am really excited to see what kind of antics they get up to here, because
Yep.
this group of, crazy youngsters, well, their antics are rather extreme already. So how will they escalate things? That's what I'm wondering.
Someone gets lost on the island.
Sure. But
It's like Chisa and Iori get lost, and they have to talk about their feelings and stuff.
there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. And there also could be a thing where they were foreshadowing a little bit of the buddy-buddy system with regards to
That's true.
diving being a thing that it's very important to have that, because that was more of an excuse for them to get the money so that they could go with the Okinawa trip.
Exactly.
But what it could be a thing is where it's Kohei and Iori end up going diving, and it's a thing of where it's like, oh shoot, things get a little bit intense or what have you when we go diving and we need help or something.
I'm more banking on the probably not going to happen, but I'm banking on the they go on a trip, crazy drinking or whatever, and romantic subplots get progressed.
Oh my.
And then that
Oh my.
causes complications, and then things must be dealt with. All that steamy stuff.
Jacob just wants like two sets of two just going up to hotel rooms and
I want it to get complicated,
Yeah,
like because that just adds to the comedic effect. And then maybe, just maybe, doesn't have to,
Right.
but then there can be some earnest emotions, being dealt with
Right.
amidst all the craziness.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
could
I would
happen.
love to see Azusa also just be the best
Party queen, like
party queen during
Yeah.
the whole drinking thing, and everyone wants to sleep with her and stuff like that, but she's just like, nah, like, I'm having too much fun,
beat me at this drinking game. Yeah. Oh boy, this show.
And she beats people at like stripping, game, drinking and stuff like that, and she just strips anyway, eventually.
Nah,
Woo! And they're
Oh
like,
boy.
wait, what? But good fun,
Mm-hmm.
good comedy. Second skit led to some wholesome moments. It's nice
Indeed.
and sweet.
Yep.
Chisa being kind of nice to Iori there.
Yeah.
Being
yeah.
like, hey, you did good.
That did surprise me. I was like, okay, well, all right.
She likes
There
him.
you go.
She likes him.
She does. She does.
It covers a whole bunch of shortcomings, and hey, you know
yeah.
what? You know what? There's still a lot of potential for his growth and their growth towards a mutual passion around diving, if there is actually some diving to come in this show.
I'm sure there will be eventually. We've had a little bit already. They will actually do some diving on the trip. Like, it's not that there's going to be no diving on the trip. It's that won't necessarily be the focus of the trip. It'll be like, oh, this is great. And then they come back, and then it's just...
Is it really only a one-night trip, though?
I think they said one-night trip.
I'll have to go back and check after this.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and you can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
That's right. Wrote a sci-fi novel called Battle Lines. It is much less crazy than this show. But if you want to check it out, it's on Amazon. The link is in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.